Good evening, and welcome to another scene in a Desert the Dark Crusade. And, well, welcome to the Elysium, kind of. We are in an Elysium, city's Elysium, and, well, Madeline is there. She's wearing her dark cloak. If one were to talk to her or stand next to her, they would see that she is wearing armor, and as she is normally collected and, well, relaxed. She's not as relaxed, not as collected, not as well. She is tense somewhat. She's trying to hide it, but mm, not not hiding it that well. And well, someone else
Yep.
is entering.
Yep. Irene is also wearing a dark cloak, hood pulled up. Um, she would pull it down though when she enters Elysium, trying to keep up a certain, uh, you know, inconspicuousy. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's
She's
trying
she's
to.
trying to be incognito.
Well, I mean, she's not trying to hide who she is because ultimately, she knows that there's only one specific group that is right now trying to get to her, and the rest is blissfully unaware still, which she likes to. She prefers because that way she can still enter places like these, like the Elysium, and do a little bit of, picking up news from the Canine Society and learning what's new and what's not. Basically, at least part of her harpy duties she tries to fulfill, even under these circumstances. She's trying to keep up appearance. Let's just say it like that. So she'll lower her cloak. She'll hand over her quarterstaff. There's no weapons, of course, and you can tell that underneath the cloak she also wears her leather armor. That's sort of a dress, so it wouldn't even look too bad in Elysium. And she will almost shyly enter, uh, and she would look around to see who's all there. Um, which probably means that she will spot Madeline.
And Madeline spots her. She just smiles. She doesn't she doesn't relax. Well, actually, she rattles a bit, and she just smiles at her, and she will just come over. Um,
Irene looks like she's about to turn and leave, but as Madeline comes over and keeping up appearances is the thing, she will just curtsy.
Irene, good to see you again. It's been some time.
Lady Madeline, it is a pleasure seeing you here. I had not expected you here.
Neither did I. I believe that quite problematic days are ahead of us. Would you care for a refreshment?
I am fine. I'm not thirsty at this point.
Hmm, very well. Not that it is a bit rude to. Never mind.
I am aware, but I do not eat nor drink, and it does not go well with me. Hmm, I am not fully acquainted with what kind of refreshments they actually serve here in Elysium,
Hmm,
strange as that may be.
well, this time we shall not partake, I suppose. Please, come. Would you come and sit with me?
She's just looking around, like there's probably a few others. No one really paying much attention to either of them. Oh wow, Tula Sombra talking to each other. Who knew, right? Oh! So she'll nod and she'll follow Madeline. She does make sure that she's not having any eye contact because even though they're in Elysium, she's not entirely sure of what's going to happen now.
Hmm. Madeline sits down. She'll just. She actually seems to relax a bit more, and she'll just say, "So, I'm going to ask you, well, maybe one or two, couple of things. But it is not going to retain, well, the first couple of questions will not be retaining to what you think it will. I'm going to ask you something that you perhaps do not expect. Have you had any visions as of late? Have you had any feelings, any indications to the future?"
The last vision I had was of the wishing woman fighting with Black Mary, then joining forces and destroying everything. After that, I've had no more visions.
The two of them joining forces.
Indeed, I hope I've prevented that.
Have you tried to?
Yes,
Hmm. Did anything in the vision give any indication why she would do such a thing?
let me see if I actually have it blue booked. I'm not entirely sure if I have. Give me a moment. So I had one that I was just given in scene and one that I actually have in my blue book here. Let's check. Mm, here it is. I saw two figures. One was almost white and the other was black. They met on a plane and they were talking. Then I saw the wishing woman reach into emptiness. The world became gray and she grabbed from nothing all the tablets. She's threatening to shatter them to anger Black Mary. But then Mary holds out her hand and the tablets are given to her. And the two of them make an accord.
Traveling.
Yes,
I understand your current situation. If you do not wish to answer, that is fine. What did you do to prevent this?
I made a deal with the wishing woman and got her promise that she would not join forces with Black Mary.
That will have to do, I suppose. It will happen soon.
Yes.
Mm. The wisest course of action would be to leave.
I do not know what will happen to the city or to its inhabitants. I hope I hope it would pass without too much trouble for the city. I am afraid that might not be the case, and
I think you are right.
it saddens me, but we cannot allow her to continue. She needs to be stopped.
Indeed.
So I did what I needed to do.
And what was that? In your mind?
If Black Mary and the Wishing Woman would join forces, I do not believe there's anyone here capable of stopping them.
That is true.
It would destroy more than just the city.
That is quite likely also true.
The Wishing Woman asked, well, you know, I presume you know. I do not prefer to speak it out loud here.
Please.
I am hers now.
Oh, that. Yes, I know.
Yes, that was her request.
And you do realize what this has done to your husband.
I hope that by doing so I can keep him alive, because you and I both know that he would fight both of them and he would die.
Madeline just nods very slightly, and she just says, I have tried to defer him as much as it pleases me to see such zeal, to see such devotion. I have tried to dissuade him myself. But the pain and anguish that he suffers now, for that you have my thanks. It is perhaps something I could never do myself. I only hope that he survives to learn from it.
At this point, I don't feel the love, but I know it's there. And I am sad that he has to go through this.
Don't be. You are giving him a very valuable lesson.
From your point of view, perhaps, but not from mine. I said, I'm trying to keep him alive. He's worth more than the rest of the world to me. It is for him that I'm doing this.
Hmm.
And even though I don't feel it, I know it to be true.
Interesting. Do you wish for me to try to communicate this to him?
of my ghouls has a letter with her that she was supposed to give to him. I do not know if he received it, but if you wish, I would be grateful.
I can try. He might
Uh,
not listen at this point, but oh well.
Perhaps one day you can forgive me.
If any of us live, yes. You have nothing to fear from me.
Why not?
I would never condemn anyone to death. Well, I would very much try to avoid that. In my own way, I strive to avoid killing people. You know this. You may not think it of me, but I
No,
do
I
not see.
understand, but I also saw you mistaking Margot from behind because we believed her to be an infernalist. Whether that was right or wrong, mm, I will not go into detail about that. But
The demon that appeared was not a indication.
I mean, I agree with you, but I also know what the popular belief is at this point, and we are in an Elysium. There are eyes and ears everywhere, of course.
What is the popular belief of me?
Of you.
I'm curious.
Hmm. As far as I know, I've never heard big negatives or positives regarding your person. I think people view you as perhaps somewhat unorthodox, but not evil or bad.
Hmm.
Of course, many speak of your beauty, but that should not come as a surprise to you.
She just, like, smugly just smiles as she leans back a bit. Oh, yeah. It is always nice to hear.
Unfortunately, of course, due to the current situation that I am in, I have not been able to pick up all the gossips that are going around in Elysium or in our society.
It is quite alright. Please, help her steer the course. I would very much hate to see doom come upon this place. Know one thing. My haven. Try. Well, no, not my haven. There will be a place, and she will give you the location of a shop. It's fairly non-disclosed.
Hmm.
Um, you can leave a message there if you need to contact. I will, of course, deny that I have said this. I would never go against my clan, but I understand what is at stake more than anyone. If you
Yes,
need assistance in this, I will help when I can.
thank you.
Ulrich's life and the lives of so many that has so much potential. is at stake in this. I
I
understand your situation is difficult, but I must say this, and I do hope that you understand when I say that I have misjudged you greatly. You are much stronger than I ever believed you to be.
I wonder about that, but I thank you for the compliments.
You are welcome, Irene. Now, you can leave if you wish. I will not follow you.
I think it would be prudent. I do not believe it is smart for me to stay around very long here. As I said, there are eyes and ears everywhere, and I'm pretty sure that our Primogen is well aware of my visits here, even though he might not be able to immediately react to it.
Quite so. Good
Thank you,
night.
Madeline. I'm glad we could talk at least one last time.
Likewise.
Yeah, I mean, we'll stand up and walk out, take her quarterstaff along, and quickly pull as soon as she's out the hood over her head and disappears.
And with that, I do believe this scene will come to a close. Thank you very much, players, for playing and watchers for watching. Good night.